Well, brought my four-wheeler today. I didn't feel like walking a half a mile back in this ridge, but I'm going back here to this little flat. There's a little holler here off this ridge, and it's plumb full of old hickories. I mean old. And there's an old roadbed through here, but I can't get down through that this time of year. Just about as far as I can see, as far as I can get. It's so growed up. But this place is loaded with hickories. Real old ones too. And I know they've been hunting this over the years. This will be a heaven for finding shotgun shells. So I know we'll find plenty today. So just a beautiful place. So beautiful and peaceful here. Many a hunter put meat on the table in this holler. Well, anyway, let's get started, guys. See what we can find. Get that glare off of it. No iron. I'll turn the iron off. You see what I'm talking about. That's just strictly good metal. I'll turn the iron back on. See what that is. See what we got here. You know, I often wonder, I know these animals in these woods, they see me walking through these woods, and here comes that crazy guy again, talking to himself, swinging that stick, and digging in the ground. He's crazy. That's probably what they think. Well, it's right here somewhere. But there it is. Just rolled off. Looks like a 16 gauge. That's a Western Super X. Old, but it ain't super old. That's before Winchester took them over. That's a nice find. All right, let's move on and find some more of them. I love to collect them on a good cool morning. Moving on. There's a 10 or 11. Really no iron. Way over here. Right there she popped. Shotgun shell. I have to clean it up at the house. I can't read it out here. I know it's a Peters, it's the old one. It is a Peters. I'll get a better description of it. Clean it up. Okay, people. There's a 16 to a 17, no iron. Right amongst these rocks. There it is. shotgun shell. They're absolutely tearing these hickories up. It looks like a sawmill on the ground. There's a dozen hickories right here. Big ones, old ones, young ones. Here's an old one. This is an extra long range Sears and Roebuck 16 gauge. That's a rarity. Back in the old times, Sears and Roebuck. I don't know the age, but it's up there. I have to look it up. All right, moving on. There's a lot of iron in it, but reading 15, 12, 13, 15. Don't know. Boy, over here. There you go. Rusted into horseshoe. Rusted into horseshoe. I don't know where the other half of it's at. It'll be old to rust them things into. Rusted into horseshoe. Okay. They're nice to collect too, them old ones. You can clean them up. Sandblast them. Okay. That shows 11 with a little iron in it. You never know. I've been fooled so many times with this thing. Down there. I'll tell you a story. About a year or so ago, I metal detected an old cave back in this ridge. You could walk down in it. I'd like to go back in it again, and maybe I will with a better metal detector. But anyway, what I was going to tell you is I went in that cave with steel-toe boots on, and you talk about driving me crazy with that metal detector. Don't ever metal detector with steel-toe boots on. It will mess your mind up. I mean, mess it up. I mean, you can do it, but you have to push it out in front of you. And always remember that you got steel-toe boots on, or it will mess your mind plumb up. There's one flipped out right there, old shotgun shell. We'll see what that one is another one of these shotgun shells that I found last week on top of a ridge. Oh, it's probably a half a mile or so from here. Same thing. Peter's Cartridge Company, League. That thing is 125 years old. Can't believe that. I found two in a row. That's rare. That's why they read kind of low, because they're so old in the middle. It's not as good as it used to be, or whatever they made it out of. But that's how it read just like that in last week too. So that's a nice find. We're moving on. There's a 15, 16, no iron. Still in these old hickories here. They're cutting everywhere. Like I said, back in the old days, I'd be hunting these babies, knocking them out of these trees. But as you get older, if I needed to eat them, I'd eat them. But I get a kick out of just watching them and studying them. I love them. And as you get older, you appreciate nature more than you do want to just shoot it. Because I don't have to have the meat. Oh, I've lost that target. There it is. Knocked it out of the hole. See what that one is. Shotgun shell. I know they'd be here in these old hickories. This is an old one. Here's a Peter's high velocity. When they first started making them long range shells, see how much powder they had in them? Instead of down here real low, extra powder for long range. That's what I like to hunt with. But that's way before my time. So, that's a nice find. Good collectors. All right. Clean our mess up here and move on. Hickory nuts. That's what they're getting. Them right there. Squirrels love them. I probably run a bunch off when I come in here detecting. They would have been cutting and sampling them. And I probably spooked them off. That's alright, they'll be back. Back in the old days, I'd be hunting them. I'd be knocking them out of these trees. People don't like it, but that's just the way it was in these days. And I love to eat them too. So we're moving on. Show you something here. Look here. Already started rubbing. It's the first of Labor Day weekend, just passed. They already started rubbing. Rubbing that velvet off. That's a good sign. Alrighty. Thought you might want to see what a deer rub looked like. There it is. Just starting. Fresh as can be. They tear these little trees up. Alright, we're moving on. There's 11 to 12. Don't know. See if I don't get down in some poison ivy here or something. There she popped. Full shotgun shell. I'm in a bad place here. That's a nice one right there. You can see how much powder they had in them. See how they're not real thick? You like that when they're real old. Okay. Always clean up your mess like you're not here. Nobody never know nothing. But I've had the animals think you're planting something, come back and dig your holes out. All right, we're moving on. Well, that shows it like a shotgun shell, and it shows like a nail. Just don't know, buddy. That fence is killing me, though. Look here. Look here. A screwdriver. In the middle of nowhere. Somebody's been working on something at one time. Old tractor or something. Well, what about that? A screwdriver. It don't look like it's that bad a shape either. There's a 16 to a 17, no iron. Well, had a little bit of iron in it. Hope it's not a piece of fence. There it pops, right there. Old shotgun shell. People say, "Donnie, you're crazy. Well, most people just grab an old shotgun shell up." Well, I found a shotgun shell, and I just throw it across the hill. Well, people, this is history. You can date them. They're fun to collect, but you're not going to find coins out here in the middle of nowhere all the time. There's another Sears. Odds of that. Another Sears and Roebuck mallard. It's a different kind, but it's a Sears. Nice finds. Having a good day today. I'm just trying to work my way back out of here. All right, moving on. Well, guys, here's today's finds. Pretty good day here. I could keep finding these shotgun shells all day long. It's a good place. Now, I found this Peter's Cartridge Company. I found one last week. First one I ever found in my life, and here I found two the next trip out. And them was real old. 125 years old, 1896. And I found two of the Sears and Roebuck. The one on the left is 1904, and the mallard on the right is a 1920. And them's old rarities themselves. Lucky to find two of them at the same day. And there's 4 shotgun shells I found that I didn't show you just to keep the video from being so long. A Remington UMC Sure Shot, Western Expert, another Western Super X, and a Remington Express. Some of them are real old, some of them are not. But that's nice to find them. I'm just trying to keep the video from being 30 minutes long. And I found 2 old bullets I didn't show you either. I filmed them, but just to keep the video short. The one on the left's a modern bullet. Looks like a hollow point too. And that one on the right, it's pure lead. I couldn't tell you how old it is, but it's an old bullet. It's hit rocks or something. So it's pretty bad mutilated. I found this old horseshoe rusted in 2. It takes a long time for an old horseshoe to rust in 2. That's so thick of metal. I wonder how old that is. That's an old one, that's for sure. And the weirdest find of the day is a screwdriver. It's a little rusty, but it's almost in perfect condition. It had no markings on it whatsoever, so I don't know if it was a craftsman or what it was. But it's a nice screwdriver. It's usable. So these old pines, like I said, I could stay in these woods all day long. I managed to get about 4 or 5 good hours in them today. And I love getting in these old woods. You never know what's laying here from time gone by. Really enjoy it. And I hope you do too. Now, if you want me to show 30, 40-minute videos, just comment on it. But I'm trying to keep it where it don't get too boring. So I love finding these old woods. As the woods go back down a little bit and the brush dies down, I get deeper and deeper back in these woods. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.